Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your October 2022 reading. Spirit, let's see what's going on for you, Taurus. What is the what and what is the skinny? So, holy crap. Oh, that's interesting. What have you guys been up to? It's looking a little crazy. I think you've been going through a lot. Check out these cards. First one up, we have the Ten of Swords. That's like, whoo, some crazy shit. Here we have the King of Pentacles. And you know what? Aries had this in the same position. So you might want to check Aries, especially if you have Aries, strong Aries in your chart. Something to keep in mind. The last card we have is Five of Swords. So a lot of pointy stuff going on here. Lots of swords happening. 15 of them. All right. So let's talk about this. What I see at first glance. Ten of Swords. You're coming into the month of October where you're like, there is a situation where you're like, oh, I'm so fucking done. I'm tired. I'm worn out. I'm beat up. I just want this to end. Maybe it is something that has ended. I don't think so. I think it's still something you're going through and probably will continue to go through the month. But the good thing is with this King of Pentacles card, this guy, he's a trooper, okay? He's weathered the storm, many storms, okay? It's very Taurus card, very strong-willed, very like solid. It's like I can weather the storm. I can get through this. I'm okay. I'm going to persevere. I'm going to batten down the hatches and I'm going to make it through this, okay? This is the kind of energy that I see around you, which is you, right? This is so Taurus, you showing up in your reading, right? So I think you're going to see a lot that you have to deal with this month. And what I see as the potential outcome, we have the Five of Swords. You make it through, okay? So you manage to get through everything you need to, but there is going to be probably a bit of a loss, right? That's what the Five of Swords is. It speaks of, like if you think of it from a military perspective, you win the battle, but yeah, okay, you're victorious, but look at what you've lost. Look at all the soldiers who had to die in order for you to win that battle, right? So I know that's really dramatic, but I think you get it. Like you're going to be like, okay, I made it through, but holy shit, look at the, what I lost in the process kind of thing. I have a feeling I'm actually going to drill down on this, which I don't often look at the outcome, but I'm curious to see where this is headed. Because you've been going through a lot, I want to see that what's coming out on the other side of October as you move into November, that things are going to be good and better and pick up. That's what I'm wanting for you, Taurus. Absolutely. Totally want that for you, because you know what? I'm a Taurus rising, so that just might affect me as well. It just might. So let's get our oracle cards, and we're going to get some more information on what this is all about, so that you can better manage what's coming at you this month. And I say this all the time, especially when it's a reading that looks like it might be a little bit rocky or whatever, is that the good thing about when you have these, when you look at tarot card readings, oracle card readings, whatever, it doesn't matter. When you're looking at this stuff, the good thing is it's a snapshot of what's possible, right? I'm talking about the energy that I see right now. Well, guess what? You got free will, and if you don't like the outcome, change it, because you have the power to do so. Okay. Oh. Oh. Wow. Okay. This is interesting. Okay, kind of explains what's going on a little bit. All right, let's take a look at the cards that came out for the Ten of Swords. The first one is called Stars in the Sky, and this is around limitless possibility. Okay, beautiful. And then the second card is Starseed, and the question on it is, what lights you up? Limitless possibility and what lights you up. This is, what do you want? What are your dreams? What are your aspirations? What are your goals? What do you want to go for? You're Taurus. I know you have them, right? There are those stars that you want to reach for. But these cards are coming out under the Ten of Swords. I think you've been reaching for the stars and you can't quite grasp them. And you're just about at the end of that. It's like, why isn't this working? Why isn't this coming to me? Why can I not reach that star that is just like, it's right there, and I just can't quite reach it? That's what this Ten of Swords is. So when we now look at the cards for the King of Pentacles, the two cards that came out, we have Sarasvati, which is around the arts, and we have Hydromancy, which is around illusion. I want to take a look at this arts card quickly. Yeah, express yourself through creative activities and illusion under the King of Pentacles. So this is you, like I said, you are grounded, you are steady, you are sturdy. We're talking about illusion and we're talking about creativity. I wonder, Taurus, is if all the things you've been doing or trying, right, to reach for the stars, not working because you're going about it the wrong way. Taurus, like earth signs in general, I'm a Capricorn, so I get it. With a Taurus rising, so I'm like super earthy, right? There's a tendency to lean more towards being very practical, pragmatic, structured, coming up with a plan and executing, right? Step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can see how that can unfold. I think this isn't working because you have to work with the other side of your brain, right? I think you have to ditch the logical practical and move into the more creative side. Get creative with what you've been doing. So look at the methods, the techniques, the way you've been approaching the situation, and change it up, switch it up. Look at it from a different perspective and look at it to say, okay, how can I get creative with this to make it work for me moving forward? Okay. So keep that in mind for a second while I now look at the cards for the Five of Swords. The two cards that came out, well, the first one is High Priest or Priestess. And this is around responsibility. And we also have False Person. And this is under the Five of Swords. Remember how I said the Five of Swords usually is around a victory, but with a loss of some sort, right? I think that what we're going to see is that the responsibility card is perhaps as you were going through this, I wonder if either someone or multiple people, probably one person, but it could even be more than one. Let's say one person, there's somebody who has been a false person. You didn't see through the facade, right? Maybe you vetted them and you didn't vet them quite enough. Like the methods or whatever, it just didn't work and this person slipped through the cracks kind of thing. And this is what you see at the end of the month. Once you now go at things from a more creative perspective, this is when the illusion, the veil of illusion lifts and you're able to see things for what they really are. The responsibility is now taking responsibility for, oh, okay, now I see why this wasn't working because I was looking at it. I was looking at this false person through some type of illusion, right? So I think you're going to see that you get where you want to be, okay? That thing, like I said, what lights you up, we're talking about limitless possibility. All of this is possible, but you're going to have to start over a little bit. I don't think completely from scratch, but like I said, it's once the illusion has been shattered, then you'll be able to see things for what they really are. And that is what's going to allow you to push forward, right? That's what I'm seeing with this. Okay, now this is making sense to me. So what am I doing? Let's do this guy. So I want to look at this Five of Swords. I want to look at this potential outcome to see what this is about. See where this is headed. I mean, we know you have to get creative, right? You're looking at something that is near and dear to you, right? How do you get there? How do we mitigate the risk, right? Minimize sort of the not so great outcome of the Five of Swords. Can we turn this around, right? So that it's a more positive ending to the month, and or at least flowing in a positive direction towards November. So we know things are going to be good regardless, because when that illusion is gone, automatically the cards are on the table and everything is clear. At least now you can work with that. So let's take a look at the 3 cards that came out. We have psychometry, which is around sensitivity. We have protection. It says call back your power, cut the cords, and it's around soul retrieval. And the last card that came out is expectation. What you're going to need to do once you get through all of this in October to be able to set yourself up in November is sensitivity, is be mindful of what's going on around you. Remember how I said this false person slipped through the cracks? You have to tap into your inner high priest or priestess, right? That's your intuition. That's your higher self, right? This is that spark of the divine in you that knows what's right and what's true. You really need to develop this and really tap into it. Lean into it and don't leave any stone unturned when you're dealing with people, right? The protection piece, the call back your power and cut the cords, is call back your power because I think maybe you let that slip away a little bit. And cut the cords is cut loose anything, especially anyone, that is not of your highest and best interest. Just had this conversation with Aries as well, right? And expectation is saying going forward, be very clear on what your expectations are of others. You already know what you expect of yourself. That's a given. Whether, you've made little mistakes here and there or not, doesn't really matter. The point is you have to be very clear about with the people around you of what you expect. I think that's pretty normal for Taurus, but there's a reason why things didn't flow like they normally would for you, right? Normally you've totally got a handle on this stuff. You're all over it. You understand how things need to flow, right? And how to keep things running like a well-oiled machine. So there was a slip up, and I think the biggest thing is this false person. That person that just slipped through the cracks is where that happened. Look at the cards that came up with this. 10 of Swords again, right? So it's saying it's over, right? Because this, now I'm looking at the little pyramid I'm building here. This is the end of October. It's done, okay? It's done. Everything's out in the open. Everything's on the table. Now you are good to move forward. And the good thing is the other 2 cards that came out with this, we have the 4 of Wands, which is beautiful, right? It's a magical card, especially for the minor arcanas, which is part of the tarot. It's a really good positive card. It's a good positive outcome, very stable and secure. 4s are about stability and security. So you're going to get that back, right? You're going to feel a lot better once you get through October. And then the last card that came out is the 9 of Cups. This is like, life is good. Life is good, feeling good, things are going well. I'm glad to see these cards because I was a little worried with that 5 of Swords. What's the trajectory that this is going to take? It could go either way, right? As you move into November. So I'm glad to see that things are going to flow well. Again, I'm also going to say you have to do the work here, right? It's around getting creative with how to get the stars to align for you so that you can attain whatever it is that lights your soul on fire. Love it. Okay, so now we're going to get you, what did I do there? Okay, let's get you some advice cards. This is an excellent reading, actually. Yeah, I think it's interesting because how we're talking about that 10 of Swords in the beginning, about, this is something you really want, right? But it's just not happening. And at least now you have an idea of why things might not be unfolding or haven't been unfolding as you have perceived that they should. Oh, this is so interesting. check this out. Okay. So remember, these are advice cards. So the first one that came up is Sky Bridge. Remember, this is going through the whole month, okay? This is possibility for union. I think as this false person is revealed, I think this means that you then have the ability to find their replacement, right? Swap them out for someone else. You're going to find someone where the false person wasn't there for your higher good. You're going to recognize someone who is. They're there for you and to support you, which is fantastic. The next card is security. What was I just talking about, right? With this Four of Wands at the end of the month, it's coming back. Remember that you are okay. All right. It may not feel like that as you're going through the month. Like I said, there's a lot unfolding, but remember that you're fine. Okay. You're divinely protected. Spirit's got your back. Everything is going to be fine. It's really important for you to remember that. And the last card is Leap of Faith. Take a leap of faith. And I think this really speaks to the creativity piece. With that King of Pentacles, take the leap of faith in doing something different that maybe isn't intuitive to you. And I think that's when you're going to see things moving and shaking in a good way. Like I said, the unfoldment of the reveal of this false person, and then being able to see those people who are there to support and even guide you. That came to me, so I had to say it. So there's support and guidance available to you once this person is gone. So there you go. Oh my God, this is a good reading. I like it. It's, yeah, there's a lot going on, and I'm going back to Aries again. Aries has some shit going on too. So yeah, that's 2 signs out of 5 so far that October is going to be kind of a weird month for you guys. But at the end of the day, things are going to flow in a good direction. So that is always good news. All right. So listen, before I go, I would love for you to like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Because yeah, helps my channel grow. And if you're watching this on YouTube or even any other platform, because I post on a bunch of places, but always good to have that interaction and the support. So there we are. And yeah, we're going to leave it at that. So until I see you next time, much love and light, health and wellness, peace and prosperity. Take care, Taurus. Bye.